And it is Bitcoin again on the month. I think we got a few important time frames to look at. Um, I am of the naive opinion, let's say, that I think the bottom is close. I really do. I mean, I don't think that means it's going to shoot straight back up. Don't get me wrong. I still think that we've got months. Let's go from here. I like November. I won't tell you why, but I like November. Seeing a big uptick in November. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna, if we do go below this TMA line, I don't think it's going to be very far. We got 4 days left. We could easily squeeze in another 12%, 20% down in the next month. Right? Easy. But it would be nice if that candle, I know, it'd be nice if that candle flipped. And here's why. When I look at the week, right? First off, when I look at the week, I expect it to drop below here. So dropping below 27K to 23K, easy, right? Shouldn't be that big of a problem. Our weekly's starting to look a little fairly promising, to be honest with you, for some sideways action. And that's what I mean, is that I see a dip. Don't get me wrong. I see 12 to 20% easy. But from there, I just can't. It just feels to me like it's going to start sideways on the grand weekly scheme of things, right? Yeah. Oh, gee. Let's go to the 4 hour. So, what's interesting on the 4 hour is that we technically really have not left this channel. Technically, we have not left this channel. Now, I was expecting a bump in some altcoins, but this is a tight squeeze. This is now getting way too tight, right? I mean, almost no matter how you draw this, go from here, which could be legal, go to here, which could be legal. It just, that becomes much more legal. My imaginary rules of triangles. But yeah, there's too much squeeze here. So I am expecting it to go down. We're approaching the weekend. Here's why I don't think we're going to see like a plummet, at least not in my mind, at least not in Bitcoin, is because there's just a lot of people that are not going to be giving up their Bitcoin. But on top of the people, there's a lot of institutions that are not going to be giving up on their Bitcoin right now. If they still have it, they will probably hold on to it. We're looking at real big market manipulations, which, and that's what happens when you've got a lot of money and you can move a whole coin, right? But we're seeing, well, we're seeing stable coins getting ripped up in the press. So we're going to see, I've already had one or two altcoins become delisted. And I'm not talking about Luna, right? I'm talking about other altcoins delisted. So we're going to see that a lot. The culling has begun on the altcoins. And this next drop is what's going to get rid of a lot of altcoins. So maybe Mana. I don't think ADA will ever die. But we could see a few. There's got to be one on here that I would pull out, right? Well, I mean, that, boy, some of them, yeah, I'm not gonna make any calls like that. So I did lose some money on a trade. I said I was going to do a trade, and there was my trade. I thought I'd take that on the 4-hour, hoping that we would just push up to this red and hopefully get in, but it just went sideways. And, well, it went up a little bit, but it still went down, not enough to win anything. So I lost 3% on a very small trade. I didn't go into ETH. ETH didn't give me the same signal. So, and if we look at ETH right now, we're approaching the 1700. I don't see ETH falling that much further, to be honest with you. I don't. Let's look at ETH on the month. Let's give it a shot here. Yeah, same thing. It's coming up close. Its line is sitting at 1500 though. So yeah, I might wait. I may purchase a lot. I may purchase a lot for me, a lot of ETH for me, and set that aside. We look at ETH, and ETH is looking a lot like Bitcoin. On the week, it could easily go underneath. We could see 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Oh, gee. And BNB. Little bit of a bright spot here, but not enough to win a trade on. I'm hoping for $200 BNB. I'm just putting that out there right now. I'd like to see ETH go below 1500. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I think if ETH goes to 1500, I think BNB is going to go to 200, and I will be buying BNB at 200. I may Here's another thing to keep in mind, right? Bitcoin loves to take the shorts. When people start heavily shorting Bitcoin, Bitcoin loves to take the shorts. So I'm not counting on anything really dropping down very much. Like I said, I mean, I guess, yeah, 2,500 Bitcoin or 25K Bitcoin, 15K or 1,500. God, I'm so bad with numbers. 25K BTC, 1,500 ETH, and $200 BNB. I think Binance is going to get wrecked. I think a lot of things are dropping off, which means that I think I've already said this before. I would like to see $2 cake. I have cake locked up at a much higher price, right? I think a lot of people do, but I would like to see $2 cake, right? Which means that if we go into, oh gee, Matic, right? Let's look at Matic. Is this stuff in alphabetical? Not even close. Let's look at Matic here. If Matic doesn't go away, a quarter. And I'll buy Matic at a quarter. LTC, $40. I'd like to see $40 or $40 LTC. Yeah, Litecoin. I'd like to see $40 Litecoin. $40, 35 cent engine coin, anyone? I'm just throwing numbers out, just pitching out random thoughts. I wouldn't be placing any blind buys, but I also wouldn't be buying right now. Bitcoin loves to take the shorts, but my money would be on at least another week of heavy downside. I mean, 6 to 8%. Yeah, yeah. So a lot of coins are going to get locked out. They're just going to, people are just not going to buy them. You know, I mean, they're just either they were rug pulls and they weren't meant to last past this cycle, or people are just going to sell them and nobody's going to use the chain and all the hype will die. And look at oil though. Holy cow. I had an aunt that used to play the stock market, and she told me, what was it? It was like the second Bush, maybe? Yeah, the second Bush. She told me after the, no, she told me after the first Bush, which would have been Clinton, I guess. She told me to buy oil. She said, always buy oil when a Democrat takes office. Wow, holy cow, Grandma. I mean, or Aunt Gladys. I mean, holy cow. You really were a smart woman. I mean, what with COVID knocking the price down so low, right? I mean, we got to take a price right around here, really, January 21, you know, to be kind of honest on it, maybe July or August. But on the monthly, Democrat in office, that's a two that I wish I had I didn't even think about it right now. And now we're on this. I'm still looking at oil and I'm still amazed. I look at the price of oil. I look at how many bad steps the administration has taken. people that are in charge in this administration, in charge that have been put in charge of these departments, they have kind of said they want expensive oil. They're like telling they're yeah, they're putting the message out. They want expensive oil. They see making oil expensive um, as the way to force in less polluting individual transport. Or even, I mean, they're talking about school buses, they're talking about tractors, and God forbid they're talking about trains. Um, in order to build this amazing utopia, though, you're going to need energy. I don't think green is ready for major U.S. production. I don't even know if the U.S. can do major production. It seems almost like we're signing a contract with the Chinese to produce batteries for us instead of allowing the market to do what it will do. But I keep looking at this and I should have taken that too. I should have moved money. I might move money into a traditional account. I may just sign up for that tonight. Oh, my shoulder's killing me. Both my shoulders are killing me. It's like I rub one shoulder because it's killing me, and then the shoulder that it's like back and forth. Anyway, um, yeah, oil. Holy cow! I said buying oil, and I was kind of wrong, right? I mean, I said like back here after this drop at like I have to go back, look at the record, but I think like 110, say like 112. Well, it doesn't even matter. If I said 112, looking at it now, with what they're doing with the reserve system, holy cow. I we got to squeeze this down. Oh my god. I swear, I think what they let you open an account with like 2 grand and immediately or something like that. I might do that. I might just go buy oil right now. Cuz I here's the thing, right? I'm kind of an old guy and I may or may not know a surprising amount about petroleum. Things like oil pipeline operations and stuff like that. I might know a surprising amount of that kind of stuff. Those strategic reserves that we're tapping left and right, it seems to me. I think we've tapped it at least 3 times in the last year that I think, or we're scheduled to tap it a third time very soon. I can't remember what it is. These things, we need these when like when hurricanes wipe out our refineries on the on the coasts, or yeah, hurricanes. I mean, we need these oil reserves for the U.S. military to mobilize for humanitarian efforts within our borders, right? I mean, this oil. But okay, so well, we can just buy some more. Well, what price are we buying that oil at? Because we bought that oil, we filled those tanks. Let's say we filled those tanks at let's say I think it's much lower. I think we filled the tanks, so to speak, of the U.S. Strategic Oil Reserve. I think we filled those tanks more towards $1.20 a gallon. That doesn't even make any sense. Well, let's see. Let's look here. Let's just go to a month, right? We got some months here. Let's go to our last thing. I think we filled those strategic reserves at about $70 a barrel. That sounds about right. I think that would translate to probably about $1.25 gasoline, maybe $1.70 gasoline. I don't know. But let's go with the $70. So we filled the oil reserves, and we recently filled them too. That's kind of an interesting thing. We recently filled them, and when I say recently, I mean within the last decade, right? But we recently kind of topped them off, and now we topped them off at, let's say, $70. Well, what fucking price is it going to cost us to top them off if oil keeps going up? And this is on the monthly right here that we're looking at it. You know, we got 6 months. Are we going to see another 6 to 8 months? Because I think oil's going to 200, right? That's what my dumb ass sitting in this chair, looking at what's going on around. I'm like, 150 easy. But I think it could. I think if we screw around much longer, I think $200 a barrel of oil is a real possibility. And let's remember, this is U.S. dollars. This is not the ruble to oil, right? I don't even know what that would look like, right? Well, let's see. Let's see if we can add that. I'm interested now. What would that be? I don't think I'm going to get that. But let's do US dollar to Russian ruble. Ooh, ouch. Ooh, ouch. Well, I mean, everywhere's a channel, right? Yeah. What imp Yeah, what impact are our economic sanctions having over the long run here again? What exactly are we doing? Cuz we're looking back to like 2015 here, and am I am I wrong? I mean, exchange rate hasn't really changed. Russia has all these resources, right? So they can just say, "Hey, um, we don't have any money, we don't have any gold, we don't have any Bitcoin, but we got a lot of logs." And yeah, damn. Okay. All right. Well, I'll get that off of there because I don't need that oil. But shit, yeah, oil. Looking funky, looking ready to take off too. Hmm. Definitely not a bad idea with the way things are going. But like 1 inch, yeah, everything's gonna go down, guys. Everything's going down. Everything's going to go down. I want $200 B&B, and I want $1,500 cake, or $1,500 ETH. 15. I do someday. I do want $1,500 cake. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, cake to B&B right now is plateauing a little bit. It's not going to go up. It's going to go down. So that means that B&B is going to go down too in my mind here. The fact that ETH has made its drop already means that B&B there could be a lot more to this drop right here. This right here is 11%, and ETH 14. So I can see a lot more pain, but don't sell. Holy shit, don't sell. I don't care if you bought at 60K. Keep your keys, keep them secret, keep them safe, and forget about it. Just forget about it. And in 4 years from now, I can't make any promises, but in 4 years from now, I don't think you're going to care. You'll have to contact me 4 years from now. If you bought at 60K, trust me, I got friends, they're going to let me know because they did buy at 60K. But this is right now, you put this stuff away. There's an adoption that's happening with Bitcoin, right? So back in 2017, they were saying, oh, Bitcoin is used by criminals and drug cartels and stuff like that. Well, Bitcoin is now being used instead of Western Union, right? And I have very libertarian views that don't line up with the right or the left when it comes to immigration. But if someone comes to this country, if someone goes to a country where they can make some money and the country is so screwed up they don't know what they're doing on immigration in the first place, why the hell do you think I would want them not to send money back to? It doesn't make any sense. They earn the money. That's their value. They want to send it back to their homeland. They shouldn't be charged left and right by Western Union. Western Union holds on to it for like a day or maybe 2 days. I don't know. Or unless you pay, the longer they hold on to it, the less of a fee you pay, basically. But anyways, it's a crazy fee to begin with. It's, when they could just send their relatives a cryptocurrency. I mean, why wouldn't you? And that's where all of these things start to fall down in finance. But there's an adoption rate, right? That's just, we're not seeing banks in Bitcoin. When we see banks in Bitcoin, banks will be doing their large transfers from bank to bank in Bitcoin, right? They won't be using a US fiat currency. They won't be using a Russian currency or a Chinese currency. They're going to use a digital currency, whether it's one they try to come up with themselves or whether it's actually Bitcoin. It's very clear, right? And even with Bitcoin, you can see where the Bitcoin's going. Some guy in Los Angeles keeps sending it back to El Salvador, in small chunks. You know what's going on. You know the deal. It's not big drug deals happening, right? So besides, yeah, just that. If they wanted to seize assets and shit like that, they could do it. They could do it. Don't get me wrong. But I think the war between I think the war between fiat currencies and digital currencies and free currencies or unmanipulatable currencies, which is Bitcoin, right? First generation of unmanipulable. You get the idea. You can't manipulate this like a printing press, right? That's a huge thing. And that right there is the value in Bitcoin. It's hard to understand, but when you're talking large sums of value, shifting large sums of value, Bitcoin starts to make more and more sense. And we're seeing, we're seeing major companies come in the financial world and personally try and wreck the digital currencies, and it's not happening. We look at BTC on the day. If they were able to do it, they would have done it. It would have happened around the tether time, right? We're going to get hit with a whole bunch of stories. Then we're going to hear nothing about crypto whatsoever. And everyone who's freaking out and selling, they're selling their crypto to big pockets. It's just that simple. They're selling to people that are just collecting right now. I think that this whole pattern here is just a collection pattern, a buy on the way down bot type, massive bot strategy to consolidate Bitcoin, right? For the next run. So I wouldn't sell. That's why you buy your Bitcoin and you put it away. Bitcoin is king. We've gone from, I can't even remember how many, 6 months ago, a year ago, I can't even remember how many trades I'd be running at the same time. Sometimes 10 or 12 or more trades at the same time, letting them run. Right now, I'm down to nothing, and I'm down to just watching what I'm interested in. I am, yeah, this is it. The cake is, just because I think cake is going to be around doesn't mean that cake is going to be around. It doesn't mean that at all. I put $500 into cake, and now it's probably worth $200, right? You got to wait. You got to wait and see. This is the gamble. This is the risk. This is the risk you're willing to take. And, there is no such thing as easy money. There is no such thing as Lambo. If there was Lambo, I wish I had a Lambo. But if I had a Lambo, I'd need a big house. And if I had a big house and a Lambo, I'd need furniture. I don't want to get all that. Besides, I can't work on a Lambo. Ranting. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, things are going to start going away, right? I mean, I don't know what to say. Anything that's like a finance coin, anything that's some kind of algorithmic thing like ohm die, right? What is this? $18? Someone's going to scream at me and they're going to say, "Oh, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about." Rune token is going to take over, dude. Shiba Inu, the community is going to save it. There is no such thing as a community. There is only, does your coin provide utility? Does it fucking do something, right? Some of these do something and they're not worth much. Tron actually, somebody's going to laugh at me. Tron actually does something, but it's just not a big winner. And I don't see it making it 4 years from now. I know that it's a bummer to say that, but I'm gonna call Tron as being a very good candidate of not being around, including a few of these other coins that not only I've forgotten what they do. SNX, I've forgotten what this coin does. $2.40. It's all about the liquidity behind the coin. And right now, I mean, BNB is, boy, I mean, all you need is for like the US to do something really stupid and actually start a war on cryptocurrency and exchanges. And yeah, BNB could be crushed. ETH. ETH has problems that I bring them up to people that love ETH and they dismiss them. They don't seem to care. But yeah, even ETH, it's not Bitcoin. ETH is a contract coin, but ETH is too expensive to execute something on. I wouldn't execute anything on. The ETH fees are fucking stupid. NFTs. NFTs, if you bought an NFT, and I've got a couple, I've got one or two or three or four from the pancake swap thing. A few of you guys, if you've been in the pancake swap for a long time, you've got to have at least, well, I mean, at least you got a profile picture, right? I don't even know what that would be worth. Let's see. What would There we go. All right. Let's go look at some collections of NFTs. Oh shit. Oh my god, they're all over. Gamester apes. No way. Can I get a Gamester ape? What the fuck do you do with a Gamester ape? Better be able to fucking do something. No. 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 Oh my god. Okay. Wait a minute. What are these things worth? Nothing. That's what they're worth right here. The expensive ones, $100. Holy cow. Hold on. I just want to look and see. I want to look at the pancake bunnies. Right. Where's my cholo? Churro. That's churro. He's worth $4. So, I mean, here's the problem with NFTs. Everybody likes to rag on NFTs. Here's the problem with NFTs right now. We all should know by now that an NFT is just a URL location on the blockchain. So the blockchain says, hey, this person, this NFT points to these, let's say this NFT points to these resources on the network. Now, since the network that the resources are on is just open, you can just browse that and pull these images down all day. Now, you won't be able to insert, let's say, yourself as a owner on the blockchain, though. You could create a whole nother blockchain, scam people, do stuff like that, which is another reason why, you want to stay away from NFTs for right now. Someday this will be valuable, right? Because we threw these out. They went crazy for it. They went crazy for it like they went crazy for it. People say like Beanie Babies, but before Beanie Babies, there were pet rocks. There was a time, like late 70s, where I couldn't go to any of my friends' houses without seeing multiple, sometimes, pet rocks. These are rocks with googly eyes glued on them. And they were so popular that they came in different kinds of cages, right? They came in like a jail themed cage and a bird cage themed cage and a wood crate themed cage, and sometimes they came in little nests. It was stupid and sloppy, and it was just a bunch of river stones with googly eyes, and people were paying, oh fuck, and this was the 70s. People were paying like half a tank of gas. Let's just measure everything in gasoline for now on. But they're paying like $4, $6 for rocks with googly eyes. So don't feel bad. I don't know. Maybe you should feel bad. I feel bad for owning this one. I had to own, but I don't see this as. There's going to be officials, though, right? There's going to be official chains for stuff. There needs to be that litigation. There needs to be that kind of I own this type thing, right? So that if you're buying something unique and it's used, then it's protected under copyright law, IP law. I have no idea. How long? How long? Right? Because Mickey Mouse. Holy shit. Let's bring in Mickey Mouse, right? Mickey Mouse, like the copyright, the intellectual property on Steamboat Mickey is old. Why do I keep thinking it's like almost 100 years that Steamboat Mickey has been copyrighted, or it will be copyrighted? How long are you going to own Churro? I'm asking, how long are you going to own Churro? How long are you expecting Churro to be popular here? Because Pet Rocks weren't that popular for that long. And if we go to these other NFT collections, right? Oh, jeez, there's multiple pages too. D-Gen Ape Club. Can you eat bears, cyber bears, bit punks? At some point, it just all becomes a cheap ripoff, doesn't it? The Cactus Club. Wait a minute. Hold on. Why aren't like cats the first one up here, or puppies, right? Poopies? Oh, good leaf. Oh. This is what you're spending. Okay, let's look at a poopy. Come on. You can do it. $16. This is worth more than my churro. This hurts my head. This is legitimately the saddest thing that I've ever seen. This is the saddest thing I've seen all day. Fuck, I need to get out more. Oh my God. And people are paying money. People are buying them. People are like, if we go to this guy right here, devil poop, right? What are we looking at here? I'm not connecting my wallet. We don't get it. Oh, yeah. This was just listed. Good luck for devil poop. For $16. Will you stop? Will you stop buying these NFTs for now? Will you just... I mean, if you do, it should be an official, like, NBA or something like that. It should not be fucking 8-bit fucking poop. Oh my God, 8-bit poop on an ice cream cone. Okay, that's kind of funny. I kind of like that one. Oh, that one's $16. That's so stupid. Oh my God. Okay, so let's keep going here. Poopsies. I'm just bored at this point. Oh my God. Cartel punks. You are stupid. Shit punks. Punks, Wolf League, Little Ghosts, Mushrooms. Where are the kittens? Here we are. Oh, kittens, meow, meow. This better not let me down. Right? I should have like a John Lennon should be screaming, "Don't let me down" right now. This is going to let me down. This has already let me down. I don't even know what that is. Is that a rabbit? Is that a cat? Is that a dog? What is that? That's sort of a kitten. That looks like a dog. These don't look like cats. Are these kittens? Meow meow. So, oh, I guess like, hold on. Where does one look like a cat? That looks like a sheep. Are these different animals portrayed as cats? What is going on here? Why does this hurt my head so much? Oh my God, this hurts my head so much. Oh, I get these massive headaches, right? And I'll tell you a story. A very nice and very pretty and very smart and very super talented woman. Her and her team put together this poster. And I really liked it the first time I walked by it. The second time I walked by it, I stopped though. And the more I looked at it, the more my head hurt. And I couldn't put I just couldn't put my finger on it. So I walked away from it because it was giving me a headache. I didn't know why. I go walking by it again and I look at it and I'm mesmerized by it and I'm mesmerized by all the snowflakes and I'm looking at all the snowflakes and I'm like, well, I mean they're not cut and pasted snowflakes. They're like generated snow. This was a really good poster. And it had snowflakes on it, and a lot of the snowflakes there were a lot of varieties of snowflakes. They were distributed well, but they were all oriented with a top and bottom. So when I looked at them, things were lining up in ways that they don't line up in the real world, and I think that's like an uncanny valley, right, moment. And but those uncanny valley moments give me a headache. And right now, these are supposed to be cats. They're not supposed to be. What is that? That's a dog. These are dogs. These look like dumb dogs. They don't even look like good dogs. They look like bad dogs. That kind of looks like a cat, but that looks just like every other ear that's being shown. I mean, including, oh my God. And you're buying this. You're buying this. You know, a guy like me looks at this kind of stuff and it's like, I mean, I could have my son draw up, well, you would need the artwork for it, but once you get past the artwork, there's not much with just randomly generating this. I mean, this is the same box as that box, right? It's driving me nuts. This yellow, 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 blue, blue. These are all the same boxes. There's very little to distinguish this. It's bad art. I'm going to call it out right now. If it makes me angry and beauty is in the eye of the beholder, this is bad artwork. The center piece of this object is the fucking box flap. That's what they did. Here, it looks like they put a pig inside of a meow box, which is just like every other meow box up here. You have a computer and you couldn't do any type of random shading whatsoever on this. Just random color palettes. That's so lazy from a developer standpoint. Holy cow. And then think about it, right? Oh, you've got something that could almost be infinitely. It hurts my head so much. If you have 1,000 of something and they're all unique, they're special. If you have 10,000 of them, they're still special. They still have a unique place in the universe. But if you have 1,000,000 combinations of something and you know when you go buy your 100th combination, right? If you go buy the 100th one produced and you know that there are billions and billions of combinations left, how special is that, cat? How special is it if there's billions and billions and billions of these out there? Because there can be. Uh, you could just sit there and computer could just sit there and generate them for a month and boom, fill up fucking terabytes of cats that look like dogs. That's what this should be called, is cats that look like dogs. And your pages, this page is horrible. My navigation of it is horrible. I really expected, I wanted cats. I wanted cats. I don't know if I want to look at any of these other ones, though, because Born Bad Girls. Born Bad Girls. It's just the pixels. I I don't know if I would be able to. I don't know. They got things on their shirts. I don't know. Are these flags or are these just random generated colors in a block, right? That almost looks like a puppy. So that's $35. That puppy on that shirt might be the best depiction of an actual cuddly animal I've seen so far. But these are not. Let's go back. I can't look at these anymore. All right, I'm done. My faith in humanity destroyed. Bitcoin's going down. It's not going to go down that long. This is where the wealth is made, right? I mean, yeah. I wouldn't say put your house in it, but I would say cost average what you can into Bitcoin. Start getting that set up, start getting that ready. Because, well, shit. Realistically, you probably got another 5 months, but it depends on how much you want in 5 months. Do you want to start collecting it in 5 months at let's say $200 a month? Or do you want to start collecting it now and then 5 months from now when Bitcoin does start making big moves up, you already have some stashed? I don't know. Well, I have a small account. I am in cash and I am waiting for the bargains right now. I am waiting for the bargains. There is no doubt. All right. Have a good night.